Hey folks, it's Eric from Supportive Venture, and I wanted to tell you how to run your MSP from anywhere. So basically, I always used to be running an IT business in Toronto, Canada, and when I left, all my clients wanted me to be there on site servicing their computers, and the guys I sent were never as good as me. I had a personality-based business, and they couldn't wait for me to return, and eventually I decided to move to Europe and never went back. And when I decided to move to Eastern Europe, a country called Serbia, a city called Belgrade, I actually decided that I'm going to be a remote-only IT tech. And so that's when I entered the MSP world. And I quickly realized that most of the MSP world can be run remotely, but a lot of people are still relying on site visits, still relying on face-to-face meetings with clients to sign deals and all this stuff where in this world, after the whole coronavirus thing, it might not be necessary anymore because people have gotten so used to working remotely. So here I am with some tips and tricks about how to run your MSP from anywhere. I'm in Thailand right now. It's great weather here, and everything's going fine with my business and all the MSPs that we're supporting. And my management knows what to do even when I'm sleeping and I wake up in the morning and respond to my emails. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is having the right systems in place, the right ticketing system, the right documentation system, the right RMM, and having all that arranged into sorts of reports and metrics that you can sort of get a bird's eye view of your business from anywhere at any time without asking the staff, well, hey, what's going on with this? So you want effortless accountability, meaning that you don't have to ask them to hold them accountable for, have they completed this? Why is this happening? What's happening with this? And what's that? Because people are keeping such good notes in the system because you've given them a clear guide on how to do that and coached them until they got up to an acceptable level. Basically, yeah, if you have those systems of accountability down, you can see what people are doing remotely, and you don't have to ask them. You don't have to ride them. Once they're in the system, once the expectations are clear through procedural documentation, what you're looking for, they will do that. So that's the first thing. And then they're going to have things that aren't going to fit in that system. They won't know what to do. And so they need to know how they're going to reach you. The default should be email if it's not urgent, and telephone if it is urgent. So basically email, I would recommend in your email you put in a system on Outlook and Outlook Web Access, which I use. It's really possible to set this up. The messages should not be marked as read until you right-click on them and click Mark as read. Now, by default, a lot of the email clients mark it as read as soon as you've clicked on it and looked at it once. I don't like this because balls can get dropped, messages can disappear, you can take a quick glance, get distracted by something else, and never get back to somebody who sent you an email. So I turned on the settings so that I have to right-click and mark something as read, so that everybody who sends me a message, until I've taken the proper action to get back to them or do whatever they're asking or whatever it is, it's not marked as read. And if it's really important, I can right-click and mark it as flagged so that it gets to the top of my list of emails when I'm looking at that stuff. And so what you want to do is have that system, and then every once in a while, you go through your email and display only unread messages and knock down the ones that you're comfortable that all the action has been taken. You don't need to do anything else. And this helps your email become a lot more manageable to get back to the people who want to hear from you, because as a person who's running a company, people want to hear from you. You get all sorts of random emails at random times from random people asking about random things. So make sure you get back to them all in good time and leave the messages that you haven't dealt with as unread. So the next thing I'd recommend is having Calendly, a site where you make slots where people can book you for meetings, and then in my case, it generates a Zoom video link, and it kind of just makes it easier for people to book a call with you, because in a 5-minute call, you can have the amount of discussion that you would have in 6 back and forth email messages to hash something out and make a decision. And you can focus when you have them in a meeting like that. You're not distracted by other emails. You are face-to-face with them, hopefully on a video chat, and you can talk about the whole thing in a way that brings some sort of resolution, action, or solution to whatever the issue is. So encourage your staff to book times when there's something that actually needs to be discussed, and make sure you make it your responsibility to curate the times that you have available and the questions that you're asking when people are booking that meeting, like what do you want to talk about, is there a link to a document you want me to review before, and so on and so forth, and what's your phone number if in case I can't reach you. And then people join the Zoom link. You make sure that you're always on time and that people have faith that you're going to make the meetings. A lot of people cancel meetings these days. I don't find it that acceptable, but a lot of people seem to think it is acceptable. But hey guys, if you want to run your business like a machine, if you want people to not give you the same thing, don't cancel meetings on them and hope that they don't cancel meetings on you, and let them know when they do cancel meetings on you that you're a very busy person and they might not have another chance for another week to catch up with you. So yeah, time management is very important, not canceling things and being reliable and giving people answers for stuff and getting in calls when they're booked. I think that's really important. And yeah, having weekly meetings with your management staff and staff that are reporting directly to you, where there's a agenda that you move along, there's next steps for next week and next meetings and all that stuff. So there's a regular place to air anything that anybody doesn't know what to do. And a lot of the emails and a lot of the meetings can be sort of isolated into that one weekly meeting, because the things aren't urgent. They can wait for anything that they can wait for. They're asked to put on the agenda of the meeting rather than writing you an email. Then at the specified time every week, you go through the list of things that people need help with, and you just bring some insights and decision-making power to that, like you would in the scheduled calls that they schedule through Calendly, but it's an automatic meeting that is rolling forward, has recurring agenda items, and yeah, so on and so forth. That can help your business run like a machine, and people, consistency is very important in any sort of business, and this is a great way to institute it. And you should also have once a month catch-ups with all of your clients and all of your staff. So you can have your staff always catch up with any of their management, any person in like an account manager or a service desk manager or something, make sure that's scheduled with them. And an account manager should catch up with all of their clients to see how satisfied they are with what you're providing. So with all of this stuff and a little bit of virtual team building, I made another video about this, which you can find on our channel. You can basically be anywhere. And as long as your staff feel confidence that when they contact you through the proper channels, through the communication policy, and I've also made another video somewhere about communication policy. I don't like chat very much, spoiler alert. I like people to email and book calls and structure the communication in a sensible way so they can get the answers. If people have trust in the system that they get the answers from you when they need it in the way that you prescribed them to contact you, then you can be anywhere doing anything, as long as when something is scheduled, you get in the call and you give them what they need in time. And when they send you an email, they trust that they will get a response in a reasonable amount of time. And if they really have an urgent situation that they know that you would want to know about immediately, they know how to get in touch with you by picking up the phone or sending urgent email to something that rings your phone, like PagerDuty and stuff like that. Then you can run your business from anywhere. You can run your business from an island in Thailand, like I'm running my business right now, offset by 11 hours from most of my clients in the USA in time difference. Offset from my main team in Europe, my main team members, by 5 hours. And it can work because people know how to get in touch with you about when to interrupt you from what they're doing with urgent stuff, and for the non-urgent stuff, either wait for the meeting or write you an email, which they know isn't going to be discarded without having the proper attention paid to it. So good luck. This will give you lots of freedom to be where you want in an environment that inspires you. And at Support Venture, we are a company that prides ourselves in giving people the opportunity to work from places that inspire them, like Thailand, like these affordable countries like Serbia in Eastern Europe, Colombia in Latin America, Panama, Vietnam, Poland, all these different places around the world, which are great to be. And well, if you're interested in hiring staff in those countries, a lot of us are native English speakers or speak English to the level that I'm having this conversation with you now. Get more information about my company, and we're specialized in MSPs, actually, giving help desk staff, actually, and admin assistants and dispatchers, and making your business run remotely so that you never have to go to an office again. Wouldn't that be nice? And you can just be on an island in Thailand like Eric from Support Adventure. So if you like this channel, please subscribe. There's lots more content like this. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye now.